All right, so I usually say old is gold, but I don't know about this. Amazing Adventures featuring War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds was, of course, a movie back in black and white days where there was these little, like, Martians that were invading Earth. Still 25 cents. Introducing Killraven and this creepy spider guy and the arena. It's all written in backstory. It's like they're not even telling a story in current time, except the very beginning. Now, in the beginning, they're fighting somebody for I don't know what reason. I'd obviously carry it from last issue. We have Zema and Tomas, which are Louie and Huey and Dewey, or whatever the heck they call them in this issue. But they talk exactly like Zema and Tomas. That's at least the way I perceive it, with them finishing each other's sentences. And I guess they're twins or something. I don't know. But finally, after they're fighting for a while, you can become a smiling person. All right. They're fighting, and this is the year 2020, by the way, which is so far into the future. And it's awfully windy out here. It's like a wind earthquake. They after they defeat them, they decided to fight them over for lunch, which I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's what you always do after you beat your enemies. They invite you over for a dinner, and you just trust them. All right. This guy right here, he's called Old Skull. He's a little slow, so you got to, like, I read him like Grimlock. Me not stupid, me Grimlock, and that kind of thing. It even tells his backstory, which is like, this is all this book is just backstory. While Killraven is starting to tell him a tale, Old Skull jumps in. So I was wondering what this was at first, but he was starting to tell his tale, and then Old Skull's like, no, you got to go back farther, back to when I was a kid. I'm like, oh my gosh. And these things that used to be called schools, and he's got this little raccoon friend that he met, and the raccoon's really digging the drinks. So he's going around drinking people's drinks while he's talking. And this is a little bit later, about 2001, when the kid was 14. So Old Skull, or at this time he was called Numbskull, and he's on a ranch. And this ranch, I don't know. He's taken up with the cow. He feels bad for the cow. Look, sugar daddies. Do they still make sugar daddies? I don't know. They pull your caps out of your teeth. And we got Stan Lee, Excelsior. And then there's these things that they ride on the last rodeo. They were taking this last shipment of cows, and after this, people are just going to be eating chemicals. Wow. This is actually right on. This is something they predicted back in 1976, that in the future, they were going to try to stop us from eating beef and start making us eat chemical foods. And they were not wrong. That is exactly their agenda. So kudos to the writer for this part right here. But they definitely got this part wrong, because we did not ride these things called rawhiders. It's kind of like a flying space cow. And then Killraven's starting to tell the tale. He says, oh, no, wait, no, I'm not finished. And he's starting to tell about how they're on this last train, taking the last cows to market. And after this, people won't be eating beef anymore. It'll be just all about eating chemicals. And all of a sudden, the Martian UFO leggy things attack, and well, that's where his dad died. And now we see this guy that's dressed up. He's just dressed up fabulous, and it's just crazy. And like, my gosh, what in the world? It's just, this is a bit too cringe for me right here. And don't worry, it gets more cringy, trust me. And after several pages of ads, we get to this scene where it's like the freaking Village People. Like, what in the world? I mean, just like, it's where basically this is where Killraven met Old Skull. Old Skull was being picked on by the Village People right before they go into an arena. And Killraven's like, stop it. He's pretty much had enough of them. And he takes up for Old Skull. And that's where they become friends. And Old Skull is like happy. Well, he's called Numbskull up to that point. Old Skull it is. And they shake hands like they're shaking. Because he's a little special. So... okay, I gotta flip several pages. And then he meets up with this spider guy. Finally, we get to the spider guy with the creepy things. His name is War, W-A-R-R. And his spider creepy things like, you are new on this circuit, Killraven. That is true. Anyway, yeah, he's just fabulous. He's very flaming with his flaming sword. And yeah, it's just, their dress, who would wear this? It's creepy. He's wearing this and really high boots. Did the Baroness realize that somebody stole her boots back in... Anyway, it's very linked to G.I. Joe. I mean, there's Baroness's boots. We had Seymont and Tomas. We got Dr. Mindbender, but in reverse. So, yeah. It's very interesting. I wonder if Larry Hama hired this guy to do the art or something. Oh, and then for some reason, Captain America jumps in with a red skull. Oh, wait, that's a commercial. And then there's fight scenes without any words, which kind of reminds me of a 90s book. Until finally he throws him over into the he throws him with his fiery, flaming sword into one of his little spider buddies, which bursts into flames. And it's like, kill me now, because the Martians, they won't be happy about it. And this is the loving, happy story about how those two met. Yay. It's like, here's the past, here's the present. The whole stories written in here were all in past tense. There's nothing that happened that moves the story really that much forward, except they meet up with this dude right here. And a toast to something like about, heading the war against the Martians. They look at their drinks. They're gone because, hey, guess what? That raccoon's been drinking them the whole time. So, okay, yeah, it's not the kind of book that makes me want to return and read next issue. Although the G.I. Joe ad really makes me want to read it. Oh, look, and fishing. Isn't that special? All right, so yeah, this is not the kind of book that honestly I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more, I don't know. It was just something, it's like, well, hey, at least I know now. But is it one of those books that if I read it, would I go back and get the next issue? Not really. But at least you know now. Let me know below if this is one of your favorite stories, or maybe this is one of your favorite books, or maybe you can tell me, well, that was just a diamond in the rough. It wasn't the best story. Maybe there was better ones out there. Maybe this, it felt like one of those episodes during a series where they have nothing but to let's do flashbacks, like when they get to a point where they're like, oh, remember this? And they show segments from old episodes, and it's really not a story that moves things forward. Like on TV, whenever they do those flashback, and I hate flashback episodes. So it could just be me personally, because I really do hate flashback episodes, and maybe this is, I don't know. It's not the kind of thing that makes me want to move forward on it. Let me know if you disagree or agree. Comment below, because I want to hear more from you. Have a great day.